One of the last videos I've made was changing ArchLinux into an Endeavour OS, and these are the numbers you see here. So, of course, you can change Arch into anything, all the guys, Archcraft and so on, because we're all using the same Lego blocks, which is ArchLinux plus our configuration plus our vision, how an OS should be like, and so on, right? Now, in the previous video, I've explained you the workflow. You create in VirtualBox on any operating system, you create yourself an ArchLinux ISO, you keep it up to date always, and then you say right mouse click clone, and you get a clone, and you keep on learning from the clone. And this you mess up, that's good, that's fine, you delete it, and then you clone again the other one, which I would call a template, and you keep that template safe, up to date, and that's all you need to do. And you keep on learning and sticking to Windows or to Mac or to another Linux distro until you feel, yes, I get it. I know what Eric means. It all fits together. Once you got the knowledge, and there is 3,500 videos to share the knowledge, once you get the knowledge, once you go Arch, you don't go away. Something like that. Doesn't ring quite as that good, but okay. Yeah, it's not like once you go black, you never go back. But no. Or Mac, both of them exist. So anyway, the thing is, can create topic of the video. This is an ArcoLinux ISO. We start with that. We told the system that we wanted to have XFCE and X4 and what else? No encrypting. Network manager is present. So all this Arch install stuff. That the choices you have to make. I've made mine, you make yours, and yes, we are on Arch. Now, one of the things I'd like to experiment with, and do we have Firefox so I can stay inside the virtual machine, -S Firefox. And it's always interesting to see how much it needs. It's not Firefox you're installing. It's Firefox and all the dependencies it needs. It's not just one app. And that's something, if you're new to Linux, something that matters. If one of those guys are not there, or there's a wrong version, or is built against another Python library, things get awkward, things get wrong. So the dependencies matter in Linux. It's not one executable, Firefox.executable. No, it depends on a lot of things. So we get all that. I do see this is beneath me. Control C, this is really beneath me. Sudo nano etc, whoa, etc pacman.conf. I do not know, and in each video I keep saying it, this is really frustrating. They do not put parallel downloads on by default, and this day and age with my internet service provider, I can use 20. So when I update again, it goes a lot faster because I got well, more parallel downloads. I've got Firefox, check. Firefox. In ArcoLinux we say you can get, if you have troubles, for example, and you can't use Calamares for whatever reason on your hardware, then we say on the ArcoLinux information website, the info, what is ArcoLinux, when is ArcoLinux, what do we do lately, right? Information. Then you have 44 ways to install Arch. 44. So what we've done here is this option. That's what we talked about. So if you click here, you go to the ArcoLinux downloads. That's the one we used. Actually, we didn't use that one. We have an ArcoLinux application and we can build it ourselves. So you don't have to wait every now and again till the 1st of the month, because every 1st of the month they get a release. But we release it whenever we want it because we've got an app, and the app is up here. Actually, we saw it here. Create your personal, make it bigger, create your personal ArcoLinux ISO. So click, and we have exactly the same ISO, but current current Linux kernel, current, any of the files, right? All up to date. So we got options. That's cool. If you are want to join the ArcoLinux University and want to learn, there's lots and lots of information for all graduates, being the first years, the second years, the third years. It gets more and more difficult, and it increases. Well, the knowledge should increase in order to be successful. So we've got this. If we start with ArcoLinux, then we say use the Spices application, ArcoLinux Spices application. All it does is provide a little application, a little window that says click the button, right? Install the ArcoLinux repos, keys and mirrors, because Pacman, our package manager, needs to know where it is it signed or not, and pacman.conf needs to be we need to add some lines in there, otherwise Pacman says, don't know, does it exist? So 3 elements you need to do. With a click of the button, it's done. Now, instead of this, I want to have a video where it shows that you can do exactly the same thing with this one, because in here it says install ArcoLinux keys and mirror list. So wherever I go, or whatever ISO I choose, Garuda, EndeavourOS, Archcraft, whatever I choose, I can always say install it, and I can grab my 800 packages. All the configs of BSPWM, Qtile, Herpsluft, Dixmonad, it's within my reach when I install the keys in the mirror list. So I would like to have a video that shows this. Now, here is the tutorial, the page where we explain it all. So this is basically a tutorial, and if you want to make an app, if you want to explain how to make a Python app in GTK, you need to do something, right? So we've added some of the choices and say, okay, let's add this, let's add that. We can build our ArcoLinux XL, XS, and so on. 38 ISOs from ArcoLinux, also one from ArchLinux. Drop down, all of them are there, and you just build, got it, and install. This is where everything is well explained, and also the internet, right? There are lots of information on GTK and Glade. So 4 here, 62 there, 5 there, 11 there, and a YouTube channel that is quite interesting. The thing is, I want to grab, well, actually what I'm now going to show is I want to grab an application. But if you know the URL, you can grab anything, not only from us, but from anywhere, right? So if I type ctoast ArcoLinux, I get to either ctoast or Belnet. Often Belnet wins. It's the same, it's a mirror. So if I go for Belnet and I say this application that we've built now is called ArcoLinux AppGlade, is the one I prefer. It's created with the graphical user interface application Glade. This is the SIG, so signing, you see it in number, it's nothing, very small. And this is the package actually. So I'm gonna go for the def. So it's that easy, right? Anywhere, any source you find like this, click it. So for EndeavourOS, for Garuda, anything you can find that has a package star ZST, you can say, okay, fine, let's install this, sudo pacman -u, and then the rest of the sentence. So that's the tab. And as you see, again, dependencies, we were writing some stuff, and Arch ISO is there to create the ISOs, and Alacrity is there to launch things in a window, and off we go. A shortcut to the long name is ArcoLinux AppGlade, and the shortcut is AAG. So when we launch this, and that's of course for me the test, I can go for installing. I can install the best servers, that's something I like to do. In my case, these are the best servers, OSBEC, mirrors, and so on. Then the install ArcoLinux keys and mirrors. Those are what I need. Here the story ends for this little app, right? So it's a tutorial how to create a Python and GTK app. That's done. For me, that's done. And now we create this thing in an ArcoLinux stuff. So sudo pacman -s yyU. We got 3 lines. 3 extra lines. Now if you wanna, this is XFCE, so sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux. That's the first thing, and you just keep pressing tab until it works. So now you need something, bash completion. They always forget to put it on there, and you need to log out, and log back in, and then let's go again. Sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux. So 306 packages, which is a bunch, right? It's overwhelming. That's what it is, right? I know. It's okay. So if you use some common sense, then you say, let's maybe put this one next to the other one. So a new guy, sudo pacman -s. I see ArcoLinux Alacrity, and I think yes. The settings of Alacrity, I love them. And then we go on. Arc, Aqua, all color themes. So all these arcs are not really necessary. It's just the look, color of the arc theme. But maybe the Arc GTK theme should be installed. It's the default, not from us. And for the rest, we have, of course, ArcoLinux XFCE, Git that we need, because we're on XFCE, the settings of XFCE. And I'll read through it. Deconf and all that, not really necessary. Fish, no. G, nope. Lava, no. Grub theme, Vimix, that would be nice to have a nice theme. So ArcoLinux grub theme Vimix, the Git, the other one is the development version. And then mirror list, we have that now, and NeoFetch, ArcoLinux NeoFetch, yeah, maybe. Alright, let's just see how it looks without our settings. Open box now, PaleoFetch, Pamacol. I love Pamacol. Thank you, Manjaro, for making this for us. So that one. Paru, of course, Paru. I shouldn't forget Paru. Paru and Yay. And the settings of Paru are in here, ArcoLinux. Because otherwise I don't like it. I really don't like the way they're default. But yeah, it's all personal in the end. Sometimes we don't understand why they do that. So more. Yes, please. And then we go more and have a look. Config, we've done that. Meta and all that. GTK 3. Sure. Let's see what we get first. Xmonads and stuff. XFC Git, we got that one. Worm Wonderland welcome app. We don't have the welcome app. Do we need it? It's just an app. Anything GUI can be the wallpapers. Anything GUI can be done with files, done with code. You don't need GUIs. I try to tell people. The only guy that gets smarter is that the guy, watch out. GNOME is making things slow today, so I'm gonna go for 2. GTK. Something to remember today, right? Maybe not tomorrow. What was I saying? I just noticed that. Oh, variety. I love my variety, right? It gives me wallpapers. Everybody asks me, Eric, give me the wallpapers. Don't ask me. Install variety and install settings. So sudo pacman -s variety and ArcoLinux variety, which is our scripting. We've 30-ish desktops, and they all need to work with variety. You need to do some stuff, you need to add some code. So that's basically what we've done. ArcoLinux variety git is installed. One thing probably we'll need at some point in time, and that's the ArcoLinux tweak tool. We want to install more desktops, we want to install our aliases that we don't have, update, rip, none of those work, cp, cz, there's so many things we like, they're not there, right? So if you want to make this a real ArcoLinux thing, maybe we should add the ArcoLinux root as well, which is the bash rc, the zshrc, and that's that already. Sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux root. Voila. That's already quite a bit. Probably have forgotten some, but that's okay. You have a look. There's also SDM. At this point in time, we have well, LightYM, so we can keep it or change it. It's easy, but the first thing we should do is do a skel. Now, skel is something that we do. That's an alias, and the aliases are just there to make it easier for us, to make our lives easier. But basically, we used to do this for years. And let's go to etc skel, Control H, Control A, Control C, to Eric, and Control V. Replace all. That's what we've done for ages, until we figured out, hey, why not do this in an alias? Because otherwise, tedious, always doing the same thing. So I really am going to restart and let it all apply. Xfce needs that. And yes, no grub. That's true. I shouldn't have installed grub Vimix because there is no grub. The color will be black. All right, so we got this. Let's install some icons, right? Sudo pacman, and some fonts. Pacman -s, I think it's called deja vu thingy. I always find it strange when this happens. They seem to be collided. And I think hack is something we use as well. TTF hack, yes. That's better, right? So, icons, right. Sudo pacman -s icons. Sardi, surfen, and it's called surfen icons git, and there are more. Oh, password. Because by default, it's gonna look for those. Meaning the first impression will change. Super X is not working, and I'm so used to key bindings. So sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux. Oh no, is it? Let's see. ArcoLinux lookout. So we started saying to you guys, hey, it's all Arch, and we started changing our app names. Super X logout. This should be your first impression, right? And it's super similar. Sudo pacman -s. Now I'm thinking, where did we put it? If you want to have a logo of ArcoLinux, that's done. It's possible as well if you want it, but it's fine like this. I mean, it's just ArcoLinux with a nice logo. But I believe it's inside system. config git, which probably is gonna conflict with some things. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay. Now sudo pacman -s lsb release. Because there is already something there. And OS release. No, no OS. OS. Nope. Prober. So the thing is, let's have a look. Where are they? In file system, oh, the beta cursor is not installed. Sudo pacman -s. All right, that was the missus. Beta cursor. It's called cursor theme bin. The others are variants. So that's that. That's gonna be nicer. So in here is, where are you, my friends? A lot of things are missing. Lots of icons are missing. So that's because we filled them up for you. Easier access. But I always have to look for the mouse. Where are you? Here it is. Oh. Theme. There you are. And then close. So we got our nice mouse. Well, maybe you've heard, but I gotta go. But it's still a work in progress, so to speak. But there you go. You've got already a nice logo. And that's still Arco, right? It's still Arco. And yes, it's still Arch. And I hope you get it, that you shouldn't be thinking in boxes and in distros, because we're all Arch. And we play with Lego blocks, and you can play with mine. Basically, that's what we're doing, right? We're sharing Lego blocks and said, look, come and play with me. Here are my Lego blocks, right? Install them. If you want to have other themes, other colors, look at the size. All the arc, it's all coloring. So this color will be blue and blue and blue, and blood is red and blueberry, and so on, right? So many choices. And you take and grab whatever you like from it and put it in your config, because if you have an i3, it will have a nice folder i3 here, and so on. All right, enjoy the ArcoLinux world, enjoy Linux.